Thanks. And one more time for the annoyingly talented Michelle Roche. In a band with Michelle. Michelle was instrumental in inviting me to this new world of stand-up comedy. You know, it was just a year ago that Michelle said, you know, come on, give it a try. And I thought, well, I decided to do it as a challenge. And wow, just 1 year, I'm already on the coveted tea house circuit. I know. Hard to believe. And got into it because it was a challenge. Turns out, don't like challenges. Turns out, by definition, nobody does. Challenges are in the way of the things you like. You know, they are obstacles. You know, when people say, well, I'm getting into downhill skiing because I enjoy a challenge. No. You enjoy downhill skiing. The falling down and the running smack into a tree is what you're trying to avoid. Those are the challenges. And so, you know, the challenges are almost an annoying way of making it sound more than what it is. I mean, we all like to pursue things we like to do. That's fine. But, you know, then there's the type who are going to go, well, I'm doing this because it's a challenge. And making us feel a little less because we're just doing it because we like. My favorite is in the romantic relationships where it's sort of like, you know, the rest of us are probably trying to have a good time with our romantic partners, but then there's some who are sort of like, you know, I don't want somebody to just go have a good time with. I want someone who'll challenge me. Are you sure? Because it's gonna sound okay at first. That's gonna be along the lines of, you know, why don't we envision minimal possessions and encourage each other to pursue maybe a path of higher consciousness together with mutual respect. And just a matter of time, that challenge is going to sound more like, look, you said you'd fix this yesterday. Am I going to have to call somebody? It's just, you know, that's all there is to it. Along the lines of challenges recently, I'm still reeling a little bit from, what would you call it, post-traumatic snow removal syndrome. I don't know if this has affected you at all, but this got personal quick. I mean, honestly, it was just relentless. It did not stop. It was 24/7, and it wasn't snow removal anymore. It was snow management. You actually were just thinking about, like, all right, well, we've got to clear this snow to make room for the more snow that's coming. Meanwhile, try to formulate the ice when that's coming as to whether or not you want that down first or let the snow fall, let it fall in the snow, all this stuff. And it becomes again, snow management. You know, you are just cheap labor for big snow. And you know what happens eventually with cheap labor is you get mean and you start turning on each other. You know, 4 or 5 days into this stuff, all of a sudden it's like, gee, you hear what's going out in California? It's like a disaster, whatever. You know, yeah, I read that. Tell you what, how about if I put my snowsuit on again, get the boots on again, trudge down to Quick Trip, get a gallon of gas to put in the snowblower so I can carve a path over to the car, chisel the door open, go into the glove compartment, grab a Kleenex, and dab my frozen little tears for the folks. It's nuts. It's something, man. Yeah. tried to make the best of it eventually. I mean, took the grandkids sliding, thinking that would, lend some joy to it. And all they did, we were out there for 2 hours. All they did, complain on the way back to the car. It was freezing, and the hill was really slow, and the other kids had sleds. They didn't appreciate anything. But it's nearing the end. I was sort of calming down now. Got to spend a few times with a lady friend who's not challenging. That's what makes it great, Really one of the most laid back people I've known. It's so nice to be with somebody who's, I don't know, it's a lot of people like going up to they're passionate about about IHOP, the International House of Pancakes. With us, we're fine just going to the National House of Pancakes. After work, maybe time for a couple of drinks, we just hit indifferent hour. It's fine. I know, works out anywhere. This is, I don't know if I'd rack this up as a challenge, but I did note that today marks 8 months that I haven't had a drink of alcohol. So, thanks a lot coming from a tea house. It's great. For a while, we're all in the same boat, aren't we? You want to go get a beer right now? You can't. Well, what I want is a round of applause, Sunday night in the back room of the Circle Inn, folks who are still getting the last gulp of a weekend before they get smacked in the face with a Monday in Mankato, Yeah, let's get a round of applause for my club soda then. Yeah. That'll be just fine. And I should point out, see, I do this every now and then. I just take a break from it, I will return. I will return. It's just, and look, I'm not on a sobriety journey, I'm not on any kind of a journey. Journeys inevitably involve camping. So no, I'm not sober. I'm not on a sobriety journey. I'm more like on a non-drinking go-kart trip, listening to Journey, maybe, Which, incidentally enough, I'd never have done sober. So, no, I will return. I don't know if I'm genetically disposed to it, or predisposed to it, but certainly emotionally, I grew up in an Irish Catholic South Side Chicago family, and drinking was our love language, and to her last days, she was so great, man. My grandmother would, when you would share news of whether it's your own, how's everybody doing? How's everybody feeling? If you would share your own health news, she would say something like, well, can you have a glass of beer? Yeah, I can. All right, then, she'd tell her somebody had this horrible accident, oh, good God, Joey, can she have a glass of beer? I don't know. She went through a plate glass window and down 3 flights of stairs, landed on a rock pile. I saw her at the hospital. Her left arm was in a sling, but her right arm was, I guess technically, Grandma, she could have a beer. Yeah, if she. Well, then, she's got that then. She's got that. So, I don't know. So no matter what happens, whichever way it goes, I guess if this works out, it works out. One way or another, I can always have a beer. Thanks.